The only way wokeness, this hyper-fixation on identity, grievance and manufactured outrage, can survive in the modern world is if it is forced upon people. I don't think it's particularly controversial to say that the vast majority of normal people are completely against the woke agenda. It only continues to exist because there is a highly paid, heavily funded industry of defenders and propagators keeping it on life support. Take, for instance, our ABC, or SBS, whichever you prefer. Yes, the publicly funded broadcasters, which, despite their strict impartiality mandates, do their absolute best to make the absurd sound completely normal and sane. Case in point, this article published by the ABC today. Manual cars are dying race, but new drivers are not giving them up. Now surely, you say, how can a story about gearboxes and clutch pedals possibly be construed as woke? Well, let me show you exactly how the ABC can turn a simple mechanical preference into a full-blown moral crusade. At its core, the article is about the decline of manual vehicles in Australia. That's why I clicked on it. It makes perfect sense. As most modern vehicles are now automatic, naturally fewer people will bother getting their manual licence. But silly me, I forgot that normal, practical logic doesn't apply in the taxpayer-funded staff room. To the ABC, you can't just write a simple story about gearboxes without turning it into a therapeutic session on social justice and personal identity. Exhibit A. Kerry Turner says young women are seeking manual licences so they can pursue a trade. Because as we all know, most tradies in Australia are female. Whenever I go to a construction site, it's a case of spot the man. Evidently, the ABC lives in a parallel universe where the entire construction sector is powered by an army of teenage girls eager to drive a 1998 Toyota Hilux. Exhibit B. Race, because of course the ABC had to drag race into a story about manual transmissions. Duh. The aforementioned Kerry Turner works for a driving school called Murray's on the Move. Murray, for those outside of Queensland or northern New South Wales, is a term used by Aboriginal Australians to identify themselves. According to the driving school's mission statement, they provide best practice driver education and culturally appropriate engagement and training. Because as we all know, a manual gearbox operates completely differently depending on your cultural ancestry. If you don't engage the clutch with the right level of Aboriginal cultural awareness, the Japanese-designed engine might stall. Under the subheading, Young Women Going Manual, the article notes, Ms. Turner from Murray's on the Move driving school watches Roxy drive away with the government examiner. Beautifully efficient, isn't it? In just a few paragraphs, the ABC transforms a basic mechanical preference into an intersectional and identity milestone, while sneaking in a bit of free taxpayer-funded advertising for a niche driving school. And just to make sure the message is thoroughly hammered home, the ABC really doubles down. Referring to Ms. Turner, they note, the proud Kalkadoon woman and long-time instructor said while automatic lessons still outnumbered manual, young women were helping even out the numbers. She said, it's the girls that are stepping up to get their apprenticeship, and it could be in carpentry, electricians, anywhere in the trades industry. And finally, they believe they need their manual licence, which is a great thing. There you have it, generational framing, gender swapping, identity signalling, and a hyper-localised Indigenous reference, all packed neatly into a story about manual transmissions. Talk about over-engineering a narrative. At the end of the day, young people are just trying to get a licence to expand their job options. But to the taxpayer-funded activists at the ABC, it's a golden opportunity to push the exact kind of identity obsession the vast majority of the country is completely tired of hearing.